Alright, here we go. We're going to start this again. 1, 2, 3, and now. Alright, so we're back. We got to talk about a certain thing called prices, right? You know, unfortunately, we're in a bad time in the economic world, right? You know, everything's going to shit. But people are upset about these prices. People are upset about $449.99 about a console game or console. That this is what they're upset about. You know what I mean? They're upset about the console itself. That for some oddly reason, this is too high for them. For a system that has 4K output on TVs possible, 60 frames, that they can have 1440p as we saw in the Direct. There's new tech on it. And it's portable. It's portable. This is not included, and honestly, I think it's really not needed unless there's a cool game that uses this, to be really honest. Unless you're gonna be using game chat with friends. Other than that, the camera is like literally a non-necessity item for the console. Like we're gonna have to talk about this because this is baffling to me. How people are upset about this thing. They're showing three different ways to play, but honestly, you know, it's really up to you. You know, console, the TV, the handheld, or the table, whatever. I have to really understand people for the fact that I get Nintendo's always been the cheaper option. But Nintendo got an upgrade, okay? They freaking got the upgrade they wanted, they needed. What do you mean this is all expensive all of a sudden when people, you know, I bet you the people that complained, you know, some of them, if not all of them, depending who you're talking to, are like, oh, I already have a Switch. I don't need another Switch. Oh, I didn't spend this much on a PS5. And the thing is, it's like, excuse me? Like, the PS5 is not even portable. You have to pay for that. Excuse me. They used to have an option, and I think they still do, but they now is more of a comfy option. We got a little portable device. Oh, you want to stream your item far away? You gotta spend an extra $200, not including taxes. Let's just be really honest on the top of that. At 1080p. Okay. What do you mean? This is too much. If you want to equal up PlayStation to Switch 2, and now the whole thing is about the streaming of the Switch. Honestly, there's no streaming, obviously, so that's a caveat to PlayStation. But you still gotta pay for $200 of this. There is a cheaper option. You can use your cell phone or a tablet or whatever on the, I think it's called a PlayStation Now or whatever the hell. There is an option, like an app, you can use to stream this stuff. But you still gotta pay. You still gotta pay. And then they got that third option, that $6.99, that juicy PlayStation Pro that's available now. So what's the problem? Why everyone complaining? Oh, $449. This is too much for little old me. When I hear people's stories, this is what throws me off, because I only own my Switch and that's it. But people tell me, oh, we have like 4 Switches. We lost the Switch. We bought a cheaper option. You know, all this kind of stuff. So you're basically making Nintendo more money, buying more consoles or whatever. You know, and that's a percentage of people, right? Not everybody. But it's like, you know, the older Switches they're there, you know, they're doing their thing. You know, you want to go to the prices and all that. $265, you got the $259 with the game, right? Rise. The OLED, you want the little crispy, the screen, $300. You know what I mean? Like, what do you expect those gonna happen? Like, oh, it's gonna be cheap? No, man. Like, you gotta be realistic with yourself, and especially, this is a first world problem. That people are tripping out on something you're buying out of luxury, okay? This is a luxury to have, okay? We're gonna bring you back to earth and like let's wake you up a little bit. Let's give you the sweet tea because this is the tax right here. You want to play video games, you gotta pay. And Nintendo's not charging too much compared to the competition, which launch day it was $4.99, $400 for the digital. But now we were just seeing some digitals were, you know, $455, refurbished to $424, and that's not including taxes either. It's not including that tax, man. You know, the one that I have to say that has the better option and the price, it's Xbox at $299. Oh, and you know what? I looked it up too. We're gonna go ahead and get that Game Pass Ultimate, $20. $20 a month. How many months is that? How many months? How many months we're talking about? At $239 a year, not including taxes. Don't you forget don't you have to pay Uncle Sam your taxes right here in America, right? Now around the world, I hear it's a mess on the pricing, and I understand that too because there's tariffs everywhere and there's just a whole bunch of crap going on with the economy. It's shit right now, okay? And I totally hear people out when it comes up with that stuff. Now, but here in America, this is just something else. Like what are we talking about? I literally looked up a PlayStation website on their price for their Plus, and we're at $159.99. Now that is cheaper than the Xbox, right? But I used to have PlayStation Plus, and they give you games for sure. Yeah, they give you games, but you don't get to keep them. Once the subscription is done, that's it. Like, there's some things that there's kind of like nice little caveats into this system, but that's it. That, you know, maybe that's the reason why, you know, you're not able to pay the full year for the pass. You know, maybe Xbox is just trying to get that milk money, you know, kind of milk you. But you can cancel at any time. It's a subscription. You're not locked in. You know, same as this. It's up to you. You pick your options. And these, like I said, prior to all this, they're not portable. Now there's cloud streaming. If you have a compatible device that can actually play your stuff on cloud streaming, and you need good internet. Some really good internet. Now, I cannot say about cloud streaming for particularly Sony products, or especially with just PlayStation itself. I have tried it before, and it's interesting. It's not bad, but that's it. That's your options right there. Other than that, you go back to Daddy Nintendo. You just got the Switch 2 and the Switch 1. The cool thing is too, if we're gonna bring this up, whenever this list wants to do its thing. Jesus Christ almighty, where is the part? There it is. I just had this up. I think. There it is. If you are a previous owner for the Switch and you have the games and you're just trying to upgrade, because you know sometimes people want to upgrade, right? For the most part, everything's working. And I'm not colorblind. I can see that dark blue. Now, the only game is officially not working is this, the Labo. And that's Labo, what it looks like, number 4. These other Labos work. Ain't that something? So it's like, what the hell? Now, for third-party titles, because these are first-party, so third-party titles, they're still working on it. They got 2 more months. We'll see from there. If anything, we'll see. You know, if they work, cool. If they have issues throughout the time, okay, well, they're looking like they're trying to address the issues, and they have a list. They have a list. Let me see here. And these are the ones that start up if they have good Lord, compatibility issues. There we go. Now, there's some banger titles here, but we'll see. We'll see exactly with this. But, you know, some people are acting too brand new about the idea of like, oh, they gotta pay a premium or a certain price, because some people were stuck on the idea of $3.99. But honestly, it is literally like, it is priced accordingly. This thing is priced accordingly for the fact that you got a bigger screen compared to the original one here. 32 gig, you know, that 32 gig memory. You know, the screen itself got to upgrade. Wi-Fi, all that kind of stuff. The battery, this is the original battery. Now this is the new specs here. We got 4K, 1440p is an option. 60 frames up to 120 frames, depending on developers actually, you know, work that crap into the game, which is nice. We have to use upgraded micro SD Express cards. So basically, it's just a faster SD card. That's all it is. And right now, you can pick one up. And it's up to let me see here. There's this one. And it has to be like a certain rate. Yeah, it has to be like this. I'm not seeing anything else, but more likely they're gonna come out and $60 for an additional. It could go up to 2 terabytes, so give them time. More likely it'll be out. You know, that's something to consider. Think about. It even says right here, 2 terabyte. You know, this, you know, up to 6 hours right here for the console. You know, megawatts, about 5,220. It's not bad compared to the original. You know, this is something that people have to really think about when they're gonna purchase their console. And honestly, this is worth it. Now, now they're saying about the whole pricing of the game. We're gonna have another Direct on the 17th to justify that, to see what's the deal with the Mario Kart Direct. Other than that, I'm seeing other games are priced differently. Yeah, upgrade packs are a thing. Certain games are getting upgrades. What do you fucking know? They're getting little, you know, big updates, DLC, whatever. Nintendo can do that. It's an option. You can buy it or you don't have to buy it. This is not something new. Nintendo didn't invent this. This happens every day on Steam, on PC, on PlayStation, Xbox, so on. If you want to get on your high horse, say, oh, this is just too much for me, then, oh man, You are playing yourself, okay? You are playing yourself because we saw the direct. A lot of people are happy about this direct. And I mean, a lot of people are blowing up about this Nintendo Direct. I don't know what else to tell you. A lot of people are still very happy with this Direct. Don't come at me about, or come at the other people about, this is bullshit. Oh, Nintendo's a fucking greedy corporation, because they are a corporation. Of course, they're in the business to make money. They're not doing this for a charity, right? Of course, right? You know that. But this is a first world problem. People are complaining about, I guess, $50 and maybe $10 more for a game, whatever. You as the consumer have to really look into the product to see if it's worth getting, if it's worth investing into the console. Don't get it twisted, about this. Don't act brand new about, oh my god, this is too much, this and that. Because I bet you anything, there's older generation video gamers, and they saw a different price. They saw crazy prices back in the 90s. The dollar was worth more at the time, but then yet everything was so expensive. You can't act brand new about this. Don't. You can cry about it, but you know what? Eventually, people end up paying up. So now, if they make shitty games, if the company's a corrupted fraudster, they're doing fraudulent things, okay, then I definitely get that, because there's some companies out there and they fucking suck. Okay, we know them. I know them. It's terrible. But it is what it is. You either pay or don't. That's pretty much all I gotta say on this topic. I hope you subscribe and like, and I hope you guys are back for that next Direct, because we're gonna be watching that. Let me see what's up with that and see how it goes. I'm pretty excited, and I really want to see what's more with this damn deluxe game, because you know what, this damn son of a bitch is gonna be something. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It is gonna be something at, what is it? Let's see. Hold on. We gotta. Whoa. Yeah, bundle is the $50 you save. You save like $30 or something like that with taxes. There we go. $80 off the rip. So I gotta see the difference. I gotta see the difference in that 10 extra dollars, because I was already used to the 69, the 55, $59.99. That I'm used to those prices for sure. But when it comes down to the 80, I gotta see what's worth it. So that next Direct, we'll see. Anyways, peace.